Okay, so I'm crossing the bridge, crossing the lagoon here, and headed to what I showed you was them knocking down the breezeway between the Lagoon dining room and the Lagoon Terrace Lounge. So that whole second floor, okay, on the right side here, this was the Lagoon Terrace Lounge, and you can see that they knocked a lot of all that stuff, the suites that were above it, the Palm Suites. Okay, so they took all them out. They took out this whole second floor here. And you remember up there was the big, so right above us here, remember the big conch shell that just hung there from the arch? Okay, well that was right above us, and then I filmed them knocking all that stuff down. So on the right side here, the Lagoon Terrace Lounge, that whole roof has been taken out. And then on the left side is the Lagoon dining room. And you see up there, that's the Cocoa Palm's name on the beam. So all this stuff here. So they'll rebuild that, they'll rebuild suites up there. But you remember Uncle Larry Rivera, there was a smaller stage in here. And after Larry would do his main show in the dining room with his family, then Larry would come in, and in the smaller stage here, come in and do his show by himself normally. Nightcap with Larry, the drinks are on you. So that was in this area here, the Lagoon Terrace Lounge. They're taking all this down. Here's all those beams they took down from in there. Stacked it all up out here. There's more of these beams here. I showed you this a little while back when they took down the lobby. Now just keep in mind, this is still the demolition phase, but it has almost come to an end. There's only a couple more weeks left in the demo portion of this work. And then that crew's gonna leave and a whole new crew's coming in to start the build. And that's when they'll start building the new cocoa palms. So, like I said, that work's only got a couple more weeks left. Then demolition will be finished and a whole new phase of the new cocoa palms will start up. If you stayed in this portion of the cocoa palms, the Palm Suites, which were up on the second floor, right above where I'm walking now, the room between the suites to, okay, the left, what you're looking at, the left, and the suites on the right, they were all called the Palm Suites. Between them was that big room right where this breezeway is here. You notice they'd taken the roof down from the breezeway. And it was called the Hawaiian Heritage Room. And it's right off that room where that big conch shell was hanging. And all that was right here. And that, a lot of that burned. All these suites up here burned in the big fire of 2014. The Hawaiian Heritage Room, some of it burned. The big conch shell burned. Everything burned. Well, that was all right above my head here now. And they took that down after the fire. So all this will be rebuilt to the left here and to the right. Okay, as I walk here through the Lagoon Terrace Lounge, and then at the south end of the lounge, I come to the Flame Room. And this was another restaurant here. And they, of course, this last week have taken down the whole roof, the whole ceiling, everything from the second floor where all the suites were. So this was the Flame Room. And they will rebuild it. Everything you see taken down here is going to be rebuilt. So it's going to be, I mentioned to you, after the end of this month, the build is going to start. That's going to be a whole different contractor that's coming in to do the build. And there'll be more talk about that later on. It's going to be somebody else who's going to be doing the rebuild of the cocoa palms. So all that's going to take place all over the property. Okay. Aloha. This was the museum part. And then next to it was the honeymoon suite. But if we go towards the back of the museum, we'll see the roof has started to come in. A little bit of wall here. And then here's a whole tree that has fallen through the roof of the back of the museum. And kind of a little root system here. Okay, so this is going to take some work. Kind of some trees growing on the roof of the museum, and they have worked their way totally through the roof. Hey, buddy. Hello. This is part of the Jurassic Park cast. They like hanging around.